from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Rams taking the field, ready for their first offensive series, and led out by their new starter for 2021 in his now 13th season in the National Football League, Matthew Stafford.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
On first down, it's Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing at Stafford. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of 45 at the 44. So defensively here, trying to stop Matt Stafford's seeding. Now he's got some time under his belt with his new team, the Rams. What's the key to slowing him down?
Well, I think that a big part of what's going on with him and his team is just coming together. Brand new team, brand new system, brand new receivers to throw to. And similar to Tom Brady in the 2020 season in Tampa, it took a while, but now we're starting to see it come together. But Matthew Stafford is hoping that he can end his season the way Brady did, taking his team to a Super Bowl.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And just a yard to go here on second down. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. The numbers a week ago for Henderson. 15 carries, 52 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on second and 14. Stafford. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing. We're doing pretty well.
Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 127 yards.
The way they ran the ball last week has to be satisfying for their entire staff because they're seeing not just the back end, big yardage, but they're seeing the offensive line really insane.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. Now they want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see this game as well.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. To his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Any given pass, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. This play was flush to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He'll get a nice jump there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After 1 on EA Sports. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Yeah, more strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work his way down to 16. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll take care of that with Goff. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see if they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you got fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick. Other than the extra point, that did it.
It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now a handoff to Henderson. And it's this one up close to the 25-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
personality once he has the ball in his hands.
Second at the 15. So a punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And for them to touch on their last go-around, obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know there's some adjustments.
And he takes it up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 50 yards rushing for him now on 6 carries to this point. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
But how about his vision to find the holes? He's taking big before they even fit and hurdling through them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8. Playing this first half, 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one, Orlando coach. He'll have stats, of course, from around the NFL, larger than life. You're stuck with me in this miles away and smiling.
And happy. As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
From the red zone now, Goff. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, Henderson. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. So we have reached halftime with the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense. No!
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, here's Goff. High throw, but he makes the catch. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Swift, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it. Don't stand partner.
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing on 3rd, Goff out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the 2nd half.
Yeah, but another touchdown was scored there. Now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Stafford on first down. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he's out right at the 25.
That look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made here at the 36. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Oh, now Hopkins slow to get up here. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll hit Jackson complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a play fake it at Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Henderson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. Henderson a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL. They come through there.
Yeah, I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
The pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Romeo Okwara able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a first down throw. Gone. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is gone. He'll buy some time right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Stafford so here holding by Cup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Fake the give. Now Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Now Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Henderson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they're spotted. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Goff. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or just off just by a bit? Maybe get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Goff steps away. And he will slide to a stop. Does have the 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him. And they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Rolling to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Goff now throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
So how about one last check? Quarterback will get a hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. And they'll be inside the 25 now to the 24. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Now a final chance to stop it here as it comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. So a chance to give his guys a second-half lead there, but it goes by the wayside.
And Brandon, that's the worst sound in the world for an NFL kicker. Gong!
That was good. Do that again.
Gong!
He's going to let this go for Jackson. And incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets possession, either match or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick or fumbles the ball to get picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a time ball game here as the kicks away. Taken at the goal line. It's a yard or so past the 20. He called it the 21. LA ready for its next possession. They can hold their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown will win it.
And I think teams around the league are adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to going downfield and trying to get the field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who do it best, and you go down and now leave it to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, they control their own destiny now. And they use the block to get this up over the 40. 58 yards rushing for guys. He's trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. On second down, it's Anderson. And he'll get out to the 43-yard line.
Second one is also an invitation to big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
First throw in overtime for Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, as always, partner, extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that.